What's up, boys and girls? It is Thursday night. You got your boy Cody here. You got Joe. We are Thin Line Defense Co. We're coming to you live on the YouTubes, on Facebook, and Twitch. I don't know necessarily. We haven't heard anybody from the Twitch universe. Maybe someone's watching, maybe not. Who knows? We got some of our regular friends in here. We got old Mike Hawks Wolin. I heard through the grapevine that this is our boy Harry. He got restricted on YouTube for some reason. Hasn't told us the story yet, so I'm anxious to hear. So we got Robert Dole. I'm not familiar with you, but welcome if you're new. But he's saying that he got the Axel Eclipse belt, and he sounds like he's pretty happy with it.
That's good. I just ordered mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they didn't have. I went on to order it, and they didn't have. So when you go on to order it, you have to select what buckle you want. And the one with the cheap, just little clasp thing. Oh, there he is. He did show up. The belt with just the little cheap. No, we can't hear anything you're saying. Clasp part this is our tech guy, everyone. So just to let you know, if you ever see video messed up, this is why. Our tech guy can't even figure out how to use a microphone. No. We'll let you actually just keep talking, and then we'll give you the thumbs up once you're actually working. Yeah. So it had just the cheap clasp belt. Oh, there he is. But so that was in stock, but the other two belt buckle, it was out of stock just because of the buckle. So if you're gonna order an Axel belt, look at the different buckles. Maybe you can get one that a belt that doesn't have necessarily the buckle you want. So what I did, I just bought the one with a cheap clasp buckle, and then I went on Amazon and bought what's it called? What is it called, Cody?
Cobra.
Yeah, no. Well, you're not working. Well, it's trying to be super fancy with all the mics. I do this off of my phone, and I've never had a problem.
I give up.
Oh,
there we
go.
Yeah, no fancy mic today.
Okay.
Whatever.
Hopefully we don't echo on your side.
Yeah, that's true. That does happen.
Yeah.
I do like that he's using the Blue Alpha Gear inner belt.
That's
like
what
we
I'm
said
do
before.
Too.
That's like the best combo right now. So
I think that's what we all use.
Yeah.
No, I don't yet. I need to get a Blue Alpha a Blue Alpha Gear inner belt. I need to get one.
Something. Which one is Robert talking about?
The Axel belt.
He's talking about the Axel Eclipse belt.
Yeah, he said he ordered it and it's super light and he's really happy with it right now.
Yeah, I'm like
we appreciate
that.
Belt
snob, so, I love that thing.
Yeah. What color did you get? I got mine in multicam.
Yeah, I like the multicam.
That does give some we are verified that we do kind of know what we're talking about sometimes. Every once in a while, we may hit the nail on the head. Every once in a while.
Yeah, I guess if it's kind of like that game where you throw darts at the balloon to get a stupid little picture at the fair. If anybody old enough to remember that, it's just it depends how many balloons are on the wall, whether or not we're gonna get something right or not.
Here's my thing: everyone's happy. This drives me crazy. Everyone's happy if you like everything, but if you're honest and say you don't like something, people get really mad. And it doesn't make any sense. So like the more honest you are, the more mad people get. But then people love the honesty, so it's like y'all need to pick.
Well, no. People don't love the honesty. If you just only say good things, then people will gripe about you're just trying to sell stuff. Like you're just a bandwagon fan and this and that and this and that. And then when you do complain about stuff, then other people chime in being like, you don't know what you're talking about, X, Y, and Z. But that's cool. That's why we don't care about anything except for our own opinion. And that's why we're honest in saying that it's our opinion all the time.
Listen, sometimes it's good to have a dumb guy's opinion. It may be valuable to hear what I have to say.
Right?
Maybe.
Right?
Maybe.
What's up, Bravo Tac, man? Good to see you. We got Angry Sarge. How you doing, brother?
12
Bravo.
Bravo, 12 Bravo joined our Telegram, our little deals page, and he's been throwing a ton of stuff on that deals page, some pretty good ones. We were chatting earlier, so if you guys aren't on there, I highly recommend joining that Telegram. Even Sarge was throwing up some goodies in there. I think all of us were tossing out some things we were seeing. Misfit was too, I think. There's that
Misfit's just in there grabbing up. He just eats all the deals, like buying, just shooting money everywhere, making it rain.
Well, I think like the very first one, I did like a smoke Lancer mag deal for like $12, and he's like, "Dang it, it's the first deal. I'm already losing money."
Yep. Yeah, I will say Bravo
What's up,
Tag
Dan?
loves Daniel Defense.
David Defense. No, I don't like I don't like the Davidson Defense, and that's just because of that left-handed one I got. I just don't love it.
Yeah, I like the deals. Don't get me wrong, but honestly, if I'm gonna buy cheaper stuff like that, I'm gonna go to Palmetto State. I just like their stuff better. It's more of like a looks and fit and finish type thing for me. You've tried. I can't even remember their name. Davidson, right? Davidson Defense. You tried Davidson Defense. I've been looking at their stuff, but their stuff always seems super cheap because it doesn't have a bolt carrying group or a charging handle in it. It's just the upper, right? A lot of the Palmetto State stuff has the bolt carrying group and the charging handle, so it looks more expensive. But once you price everything out, it's about the same price. And then I went through Bear Creek Arsenal before. You hate Bear Creek Arsenal. I'm not partial either way. The gun that you guys now have in your position, one of you, Cody, I think, still has it.
Yeah, he has it.
That's Bear Creek Arsenal, and then my 7.62 by 39. The barrel, bolt, and upper are all from Bear Creek Arsenal.
Is that the one that got everything stuck in it? No, that's not the one.
No, that one's the Palmetto State. So last video, I asked y'all if you guys wanted to see the video on the Palmetto State, the cheap build that I did. It's sitting around here somewhere. I have guns everywhere right now, y'all. I still have guns in shooting bags.
Not real guns, YouTube.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
toys.
Yeah, they're I don't know what they are.
Yeah. So, Joe, I'll say this about PSA real quick, though. I like PSA because I know what I'm getting. So when some people complain about the quality control from PSA, and it's almost all stuff that even someone at my skill level can fix. Where if I get stuff from Davidson Defense, remember we had to like polish the feed ramps. Like I had to get a Dremel out. Like we had to do some shaping. Like there was some work that had to be done where PSA is like, hey, something may or may not be tight or something may be sideways. Like, oh, that's whatever. Just check over don't just go shoot your gun. I don't care what it is. If you just got it, check it over real quick.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Hey, Joe,
what's
Bravo's saying he left you something in the Telegram group.
Did you? I haven't checked it, man. I'm working 12-hour shifts and I'm working night shift. And last week was my first week actually on the job, so I worked 4 days straight of 12-hour night shifts. And I know that doesn't sound crazy, but when I have to start driving an hour before work, I get relieved 30 minutes late. Then I have to go to the gym. Then I have to make it home. Like I'm literally getting 4 to 6 hours of sleep, and that's it. I go to work, come home, go to sleep, get up, go to work, come home, go to sleep. So sorry if I've been incognito on some stuff. I appreciate it though. I appreciate it. I was saying
we'll go back and find it.
So y'all wanted to see some type of video on the PSA cheap rifle that I built out. I didn't build it out. It was a complete upper and then a complete lower that I bought and had shipped to me. And then I put the Crimson Trace red dot on it, which the Crimson Trace red dot is almost more than the entire gun. I think I was, even with the pistol brace, the SBA 3 pistol brace, I think I'm in $530 or something like that. Don't quote me on that entire gun. And I think that Crimson Trace, what is it, Walsh? Like a $400 optic?
Something like that. And that little mountain that's on there is super expensive. I like it, but it's expensive.
So I took it out. I had some old ammo. I mean, this was from when Cody and I were shooting on Cody and property ammo. Remember that, Cody, when that steel casing got stuck in my single shot? My single shot 223? So I still had all that ammo, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to blow through this ammo. I had 2 stuck cases. The first one came out. The second one, I bent 3 cleaning rods trying to get it out. Finally, at the end of the day, when I was really messing with it, I got it out, but I had almost ran out of ammo. So I only put like 60 rounds through that gun because it's my fault. I'm shooting steel casing. I mean, I know better than that in a 5.56. But speaking of steel casing, that 7.62 by 39 from Bear Creek Arsenal, the side charging, well, I can't call it side charging, the dual charging. So that charging handle and it has a side charging handle, which is kind of a pain actually. But that thing eats Tula steel casing all the time, dude. Yeah. It just chews it up. No problem. Knock on wood. Now I'm probably gonna have stuck casing problem, but yeah. Anyway, sorry, ranting.
So Misfit was saying that he upgraded to the Cobra Buckle 2 on his belt.
I wonder if he had the clasp or the G hook. He probably had the G hook. That thing it's literally just like a
yeah, that's what it was. But that was the only one in stock. Yeah, and the other two with the nice buckle, they were out of stock. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to wait for you guys to get a buckle when I can go on to Amazon and get one for $20-$30, whatever.
And when they send it to you, so if you order it with the buckle, they just send you the belt with nothing on it, and then you get a separate little package that's inside the package
with the buckle. So I did that. I just went through 2 different companies to do it.
That's why I've been telling people, they're like, oh, they only have this one. Like, just order it off Amazon. Like, it actually was cheaper. I priced it out one time. It was actually cheaper to do the G hooks and then order the Raptor buckles, but I think people caught on, and then the Raptor buckles went up a little bit in price.
Yeah, I think they did. I think you went like 25 to get it through Axel, and I think I paid like 32 or 32. Yeah.
At one point, it was $12 for the Raptor buckle. I was like, dude, just get it from Amazon. Like, you get it in 2 days.
Yeah. Like, I have the buckle upstairs, and they haven't even sent me anything about the belt. So
that sounds about right.
Yeah, but I'm excited. I'm excited for that. So now I need a Blue Force gear, right? What is it? What do I need?
You need Blue Force gear,
Blue Alpha gear.
Blue Alpha gear, low profile inner belt. Make sure low profile inner belt. They gave me the low profile
EDC
belt. Yeah. They gave me a low profile. They sent it to me, and it wasn't the inner belt that I ordered. And they're like, it just was slick on the outside. And I was like, hey, I love you guys, but I think you sent me the wrong one.
Yeah, I need Velcro.
I'll send you a link.
Yeah, okay. Awesome. They sent me another one. They're like, here you go. Here's the right one. I was like, I'll take both.
Yeah. So now I need that, the inner belt, and I need my S-Tech mags, my mag pouches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the double mag pouches, but they're gonna be separate. So I'm gonna do the double pistol and the double AR pouches. So then if I want to put a gap in between them, if I want the AR pouch further back on my back, then I can separate them.
So you're gonna do the 2 pistol pouches together?
Yep. 2 pistol pouches together and 2 rifle pouches together.
I don't know if they do 1 and 1 like that. I don't know. You have to check it. I don't know if they do.
Yeah, they do. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm going to get.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
that's cool.
Once you start adding it up like that, they get kind of expensive, but they're worth it. So I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
So Dan in here has a funny question that's going to get us way off the rails. I don't know if y'all want to do that or if you want to talk about the sights first.
Nah.
All right.
The sights can wait.
They're iron sights.
I think this is going to be an interesting conversation.
Uh-oh.
So he's asking thoughts on the Space Force uniforms. So let's start with the rank. Have you seen the rank?
Yeah, I've seen it, but I can't really remember it. So okay. I know that Chief Toberman uniform looked awesome. When he showed up with the cheap stripes with the Space Force rank on them, they looked amazing.
No, but the new ranks, like, take a Star Trek logo and then just like turn it upside down, like literally just flip it upside down.
It's a delta. Everybody compares it to the Star Trek, but it's not. It's a delta, and Star Trek got that idea from the military to begin with. Yeah. Like, Star Trek stole it from the military, but because Star Trek's so more popular than anything space related in the military, then everybody's like, oh, you're just copying the Star Trek. Listen, no, Star Trek. Star Trek took it from the Air Force and the Army.
Listen, if it was like Special Forces guys that like had those cool Delta logos, they probably wouldn't catch so much grief. But because it's like Nerd Village with the Star Trek ranks, it's a little bit different.
But so the ranks, the airmen are Guardians. Their ranks are straight. So 1, 2, 3, like E3 or E4 are straight like this. E1 is just the Delta. And then they have little lines as stripes, and then when you get into the NCO tier, they bend the lines like this.
Oh,
So then you have sergeant is three lines, and then after that they start putting an arch over it, and they all have the delta on them.
I just really hope that they go with like a dual color dress uniform. I haven't
They did.
seen anything.
So
they did?
Yeah, so there's a video, and it's actually got your old boss on it. He's standing there, and I think he still has the Air Force uniform on. And he has two people standing on the side of him. They have the new Space Force uniforms, and the jacket is the same dark blue as the Air Force, but the pants are a lighter blue.
And then I'm hoping they would go gray, dude. I'm hoping they would go gray.
Gray would have looked cool too.
I really like the way the Army kind of going retro, and I really like the dual color look where the pants and the top are different color.
And then the jacket though, huh?
Does the Navy still do the white?
I thought they were doing a different. They're doing a different color blue shirt too. It's a little darker, and then they got buttons along the right side of their jacket. And it kind of has almost the Marine Corps collar, but it's open a little more. It looks just like a Star Trek uniform. Seriously.
Weird.
I would have liked them to incorporate black into it. Like black pants or a black top with blue pants, probably.
I wish it was just the red. I wish it was like the red Star Trek uniform, like the guy that always dies. It's just all
Get out of here.
like, oh, well, okay. There's a whole.
The red was like the command, or the leadership.
The guy who always died. There was always one guy like, oh, that guy's dead. He's in the red uniform. Like he's an extra. You always say that too. Like I've never seen that guy before. Then he doesn't make it to the end of the episode. I'm like, why didn't I see that coming?
I'm excited for Space Force. I'm excited for a new, service, and I'm excited for the Air Force to have a sister service like the Marines and the Navy do.
I'm excited for the Air Force to not be the baby service anymore. Now they're like the
style. Now when it's the birthday, it's like, oh, how old are you? It was always like, oh, you're only 60 something year old or whatever. We're 200 and something. Now they're a 1 year old.
Hush.
But it was funny because I saw a lot of comments. They were there because there's a female in the picture, the one that I saw, and a lot of people are like, does she have her pants on backwards? Because it's not flattering whatsoever.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to develop uniform and to get them made, from scratch. That's what you have to do. You have to get them made from scratch. How do you do that, especially with military contracts? So
I saw the pants too, and I made a comment on them. I was like, there was one of those like whoever the designer was, like it was getting a request for the uniform. Like, can you make the pants look like I pooped my pants, but in the front? Yes, we can. We have developed this. That's what it looked like. I'm like, who poops the front of their pants?
Poor lady, man. Could you imagine being that person?
Oh my goodness.
No, I'm glad they finally pulled the trigger. Yeah, I agree. That looks sharp. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that looks sharp. I don't know if I'd want a belt on my uniform, like on the outside of it, but it looks sharp.
Jersey said the proper color for the Space Force uniform would be MC basement.
How awesome that you have like your fan, like it's all fancy and everything, it's all multicam black. You're like, hey, everybody.
What's funny is not getting too far into it, but I actually brought that idea up in the car and I got turned down. I tried for everybody to make that the actual Space Force uniform.
Oh, it's like
you know what my boss kept getting asked?
What?
So my boss kept getting asked about the helmets. Shoot, what are they called?
Bus driver hats?
No, like they're almost like the chrome helmets. I don't even know where people got this from, but they kept asking, is the Space Force going to wear these helmets? They got a special name, and he's like, no.
No. Yeah, no. I legitimately tried, guys. I can't say too much about it, but know that conversation was brought up with me in the presence of the uniform when it went first being decided, and I said, "How about multicam black?"
And then they tell you, they'd be like, "Joe, go get Go get me some. I don't know what I need. Go. I want something to eat. Just go get it.
No, actually, the conversation went, "How about multicam black?" And it just went, "Nah," and that was it. Like end of conversation. So I tried. I didn't die on that sword, but I tried.
It got brought up.
So Zach's on the right trajectory. It's something to do with the honor guard helmets. They're called something.
Old school like MP helmets.
Yeah, the story would have been a lot better if I would have remembered the name, but you know how I am. Yeah. But my boss's wife, she had social media, and when this all started, like that was the first thing people were like, "What's the uniforms going to look like? What color? What about these helmets?" Or blah 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 blah. I was like, "Oh my." Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm glad that they finally have their own rank too. I think that's neat too, because they were
and their own. Yeah. You know what they're called. You got Marines, you got soldier, you got sailors, seamen, whatever they're being called this day. Airmen and now Guardians. I'm glad they did the Guardians. I like that one.
Yeah, not bad.
I like that one. I like the fact that General Raymond sent out an email saying, "Hey, submit your ideas." Like he let the force submit a bunch of ideas, and then they kind of went from there. All right, we done with Space Force stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I like that though. I like we went way off the rail. I'm sure anybody that tuned in just then was like, "What is going on?"
What? Speaking of, there's Harry. I know someone commented earlier. It's nice to see he's gone a full week without getting banned from YouTube. So good job, Harry.
Right? He's behaving.
Mike Hawkswollen.
Keep up the good work. I don't know if anybody saw the video. I told you it wasn't going to be the best video ever, but the Night Fision sights are actually really nice. I like them. I don't know. There was a comment last week saying me running Night Fision sights and like me running steel armor. I don't know if that's from actual experience. So if it is, let me know. Or if that just like I catch a lot of flack for ordering stuff from PSA, but yet my guns shoot, so I don't care.
Listen, you went to 1,000 with. Listen, I want to tell you guys this right now. I made fun of Joe for that stupid ass CV Life bipod for at least 2 years. At least 2 years. Yeah. And I have all kinds of ridiculous bipods and probably spent 20 times as much as he spent on that CV Life. And he just goes and makes me eat crow and just shoots at 1,000 over and over again. And I'm like, CV Life's fine. It's good. So
I'm a huge proponent in spending the money where it needs to be spent. Like if you're trying to shoot out to 1,000, you're not going to buy a Bear Creek Arsenal barrel. I mean, you can try, but good luck to you. And you might get one that's good, but you might not. So I don't know. But it's a piece of metal with a radioactive doodad in it to make it glow. I mean, how can you mess that up? And I don't know where people are. These sights went in super well. I didn't have to use that honing block, whatever you call it, the little sanding stone block thing that they gave me. I didn't have to use it at all. They tapped right in. You can see it on the video. I used their aluminum punch to tap it in. I wouldn't suggest that. I mean, these went in fine, but because the way CZ sights are, a lot of sights have to be pressed in, like Glock rear. I've never taken out a Springfield sight, but I've heard they are an absolute bear to even press in. So maybe if the slide was a tighter fit, I would have broke something putting it in, but it's not, and it has a set screw. The only downfall that I saw with these is when I'm tightening up the little set screws, either the Allen that they gave with the sights is the cheapest Allen in existence, which is probably the case, or these little set screws aren't very strong, because I put just a little bit of pressure and I could feel the Allen stripping out. I think I even said on the video, like, good luck getting these out.
And you're like, good thing Walsh isn't installing these because he would have destroyed it. Yeah. I would have been like, Rick. I'm like, what?
Because I put just a little bit of pressure and I felt it rotating, so I just stopped. But I've shot it twice since installing them, and they're holding up just fine. I did shoot it from further distance last time I went out, and the sights are spot on, I think. I don't know. I was shooting a dueling tree, which is what, 6-inch circle, and I did fine.
Okay. I'm not trying to change subjects, but
Nope.
there's a really good comment from Misfit. Misfit says, "Did anyone see the orange plate carrier from AR 500? I saw this today. Now the walking claymore is even easier to see."
Oh, perfect, dude! That's gonna be perfect. Like, if you see orange, shoot the orange.
But what's the point in that?
So I think the idea was, and someone was commenting on this, and I'm sure he reads like all the same Reddit stuff that I do. I think the idea was that you could wear your plate carrier like an orange hunting vest. So someone doesn't accidentally shoot you, you have a plate carrier on.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of hunting accidents that happen every year. So being in orange is a good way to help prevent that. And having something that stops a bullet is a good way to prevent that. Don't put steel in them.
Well, if I was hunting, I would probably be alone, and I wouldn't mind steal. Maybe you just hit someone else, like just kill a deer with shrapnel. Like, oh, hey, that's a friend.
Yeah. Instead of going right into your jugular, you saw that box.
That's true. You gotta walk like this.
Yeah,
coming through everyone.
You just hear it. You hear the crack and then the ping, and then you still fall out. Like that would be the worst death ever. Like I was walking around in the woods with all the extra weight, and I still died from a gunshot.
They can put makeup on that. They can't really put makeup on your chest.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of walking around in a plate carrier, so last night I got a wild hair and I threw on my Gray Ghost gear plate carrier with the LA police gear plates. I weighed it out and boots, and I went on a 2-mile run and actually finished it. I had a little bit of, you can't see it anymore. I had a little bit of a red mark, a little bit of what normally people would show at bruising. I don't really bruise, but I have a little bit of red mark on one shoulder, and that's it from a 2-mile run. And I can honestly say on a run, Walsh, right? It was under 10-minute miles.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, no, it was good.
I didn't walk once. I jogged the entire thing in full boots, shorts, just an undershirt and then the plate carrier, just to see, because I was a little worried about how tight I had it. So if I could run for 2 miles and still breathe, then I would be okay. It did get rough at the end because my chest can't expand that much, but I got through it and got it done.
And that was one of my biggest complaints that I've had so far, and kind of why I like the K19 and a couple of the others, particularly more than like the Spiritus or the Gray Ghost, because you don't have I'm back up to also why you're going to hear me complain about the Cry SPC, because when you breathe, when you want to take a breath, you want the thing to give first. You want it to hold you tight. But when you really want a breath, you want to be able to give. There's zero give on the Gray Ghost. There's zero give on like a whole bunch of the other ones. Like it's really just a malice clip that goes straight into the cummerbund. Like it's not going anywhere. It's probably the least give out of all the carriers. I probably should have highlighted that more. But yeah, Joe brings up a good point. You want one that breathes.
But I always have mine super tight where it keeps it off of my shoulder for the most part. Like if I shrug and then just come back down, I want that to stay, most of the weight to stay off my shoulder. That's how tight I have it. And I went for a run and it was okay.
I'm going to tell you, Joe, one day, maybe it'll be a Christmas gift for you. I need to get you an Eagle Ergo, because what that does is it connects to the back of your plate carrier and kind of fuses the back to the front. And the way it works is it uses like there's like metal that like, I have to explain it to you. It's really lightweight. It's really kind of weird how it works, but it actually like flops it so it takes the pressure off your shoulders and pops up the shoulder pads almost and keeps it off your shoulders, but just like naturally. I'll show you when we do the Cry SPC, but that's how I run that one. I think you would have a heyday. So I need to get you one. I'll put it that way.
Maybe.
I want to see how well that breathes. How much heavier is it?
It's like the Eagle Ergo weighs nothing, and it has a little thing that helps you to like it expands more. So as you breathe more, instead of expanding at the cummerbund, it expands on the back. So it has like room for expansion, so you can still keep it tight. It's brilliant, but you have to have it in the right one. Like it doesn't work on the K19.
It's similar to. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's similar to like a rack on a backpacking setup, right?
I got it right here. Hold on, let me show you.
I'll answer.
While he's looking for that, do you know the weight of those plates?
Yeah, I think they're 6 pounds a piece. That's what LA Police Gear claims, that they're 6 pounds a piece. But I know that with my boots, I weighed myself without my gear, and then I weighed myself with my gear that night. So the boots the plate carrier and the plates all together added an extra just shy of 20 pounds. It was like 19.4 or something like that. It was 20 pounds. But what's crazy, I'm trying to get back into shape. So 20 pounds of what I'm running with just in, normal tennis shoes.
And body weight.
I was, in body weight 3 months ago. So.
Yeah.
So
I'm
my
still
body
proud
went
of you.
like, oh, not this again.
Yeah.
So it has a pad that goes down. And so this gives you some like lumbar support. And this is part of it too. And then it goes through the whole thing. And you can tighten like how far off you can change it, like how far off it presses the plates off the back of it. So if it's too far off your back or not enough off your back. And then this whole thing, and it comes up and over. I'm just going to put this on and I'll show you kind of how it works because it doesn't make any sense unless I wear it. So you guys continue to banter and I'll put this on.
Yeah, I will say that I'm impressed. I'm impressed with that plate carrier. I bought it. It was such a good deal
for $100.
Yeah, I don't know if I would pay the $300 that they ask for those. But if you can get them on sale, I think it's worth it. I would be happy even if I paid just over $200, but I paid $120, so I can't really complain about it.
Yeah.
For $120. I have not ran in the LA police gear one yet. I'll try to do that. I got to switch out plates and stuff, but I know that one's going to chafe my side. I wore it for about 4 hours at the range, and it chafed my side a little bit.
Yeah, that cummerbund. So look at so you're going to love this, Joe. So like the way this is super duper tight on my sides.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can barely get underneath there, but like what you're talking about, look, I can slip my whole hand underneath here.
Oh yeah. That's what you need. Because it's that weight on your shoulder that kills you on a 10-hour day, right, Cody?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So like this is zero. There's zero weight on the shoulders. Like there's literally, I could literally slip my hands underneath them because what it does is it bows. The Eagle Ergo like bows basically, and then pops up. So they're actually supporting the weight and then pulling it back down on you. But then you have all that.
Yeah, and people don't understand it. If you've only thrown a plate carrier on and just walked around your house for a little bit and then taken it off, that's one thing. It doesn't matter. Have the weight on your shoulder. If you throw a plate carrier on with full mags, full get up, all your plates, everything on it. I mean, what do we have, Cody? Radios, seven AR mags, 2 pistol mags, and IFAC, everything else on your kit. I think my kit went like 60 pounds. Mm-hmm. And then go walking around for 10 hours. And within hour 1 or 2, the weight on your shoulder is going to be just, I don't know. It's like having wet feet. Go get wet feet and then try to walk 10 miles. And
you're good for the first
you're
mile.
just miserable.
Yeah.
You're just miserable.
I will say this though, this Cry SPC, even with the Eagle Ergo, I still say that the K19 can take more weight, and I'd be unfazed. Like this combo is amazing, but that K19 I could put 50 pounds on. Like, oh, whatever, not a big deal.
I wish the K19 would have been the deal.
How much
how much is that Ergo running?
I think the Ergo itself is like $150. It's not cheap, but I'm gonna tell you, you could change any minimalistic. You could transform any carrier into a great carrier. You just have to have Molly connections on the back, which is partially why I bitch about it. When you get Molly, plate carriers that don't have Molly on the back, because you're like, dude, I can't even like upgrade this thing. I'm just stuck with it. Like, thanks.
Yeah. And I don't want to keep adding panels. You know what I mean? Oh, well, you can add that panel. Why am I going to put another type of connection that might fail? Like, I get it. Okay, it has a zipper. It has Velcro, whatever it has on the back. But I just don't want to keep sticking stuff to it. I want it to come with it already.
Yeah.
Molly is the industry standard. Just put Molly.
I want to give old V2 Plays a shout out. He's been patiently waiting. I haven't met you yet. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you coming out. And our buddy.
Well, did you see what Misfit said? Misfit, he's commenting on the commenting on the Eagle Ergo. He's like, it's $125, but it's out of sale, out of stock. He like Misfit knows. Like, Walsh talking about it, it's already gone.
Yeah. So Misfit saying he's wearing his kit this weekend. So
good.
Yeah.
Good.
we'll be looking forward to hearing about it next week.
And honestly, like Misfit, if you're interested in coming on again, we would love to hear about your experience. I know you talked about the class, and we kind of did that last time, but I would love to hear about where your stress points were. Like when you get done, like Joe's saying, you're going to know, like you're talking about have wet feet for 10 miles. You're going to know at mile 8 what hurts real bad. And by the end of your class, you're going to be like, I got stress here. It's cut into my neck. Like you're going to get all those weird things. That like that small bit of Velcro that you didn't notice that then is just shaped your neck apart. I'm interested to see what you learn from that.
Yeah. And let me give Misfit a shout out. You might be the only person in full kit out there doing it. Don't let anybody tell you different. You're doing it correctly. If you're going to go train, if you're going to go train for that type of scenario, then be dressed how you're going to be dressed for that type of scenario.
Oh,
so then you know what works and what doesn't.
What
regardless of what any Medal of Honor recipient might say about people that go out and LARP at the gun range in their kit. I don't care. If you're training for a scenario, train in that gear.
Do people get mad if I even say my opinion on gear or whatever? But what plates in carry did he say he was going to wear?
He didn't.
Oh,
he hasn't said yet.
Knowing this, it's probably a K19.
Yeah.
I wish the K19 would have been on sale over the Gray Ghost. If I paid full price, I'd buy the K19 over the Gray Ghost, but for $120, I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Those Agilite folks are really awesome. They've actually been talking to me a bunch, so maybe we can hook the team up. I bet you I can pull something out of my butt. I got to talk to them now.
Yeah, but just spending half a day in that stuff, Misfit, you're going to learn a lot about yourself personally. Like even so, you know, what Walsh was saying, you're going to feel stuff rubbing, and that's all you're going to think about, right? It's going to be in the back of your head the whole day. But you may go ahead.
Sorry, Cody. No, sorry. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, you may take it off, take a break, and you're going to be like, I got to move this stuff around. You may do that 3 or 4 times that day. So,
you don't know how many times Joe would tell me, I set up my kit the first time. He's like, all right, Walsh, congratulations. You're going to change that 8,000 more times. And I'm like, nah. I'm thinking to myself, like, no, I'm super smart how I have it set up. There's been infinite number of changes because you'll go do one thing and you're like, that's driving me crazy. It's the second time I've slammed these 3 things together. We're stopping. Everything's being changed and we're starting over.
Yeah. You could practice, dry firing in your house and say, oh, yeah, this is going to work. And then once you start sweating and just everything's annoying you, you're going to be like, holy shit. Like, I cannot stop thinking about this stupid radio antenna touching my ear or something like that.
Yep.
Whatever it is.
And the more you do it, the more you'll be annoyed at it. Because the first time that you're like Misfit going to that class, he's going to be focused on the class. He's going to be super excited to be there. So some of the little things they'll just stay little on that day. Do it 3 more times and not want to put that kit on. Like, oh, I'm tired and I'm sore and I don't want to put that kit on. And that makes it 100 times worse. Mm-hmm. Like the first couple weeks I went OTW, I didn't care. Like, oh, my back hurts, but I don't care because I'm all excited to be outside the wire and running around playing G.I. Joe. But in month 3, it was a whole different story than in week 3, if that makes sense.
I'm good.
But after wearing it all day, you're gonna know what it's like to be a woman and take your bra off at the end of the day, because it's a glorious feeling.
And Misfit, you're probably doing it now, but I highly recommend you working out in your kit. That's been one of the biggest things for me. That's the number one ways I can tell if a kit is good or not. Work out it, load it up, and then go do a bunch of like clean the house, vacuum. Like, it sounds so stupid, but you're going to do some activity and realize you're going to look at it really quickly and go, this is not good. It's not working. That's generally kind of where I get to some of my carrier reviews of why I don't like some of them.
Yeah. Every time I go to the range, I wear a carrier, not because I think I'm a cool guy, because I want to go to the range with my carrier to see if I like my carrier, if I need to change it.
Yeah.
Or what I need to change about it. If I need to buy shoulder pads, if I need to buy that crazy thing that Walsh was talking about.
Ooh, the Eagle Ergo. See?
Mm-hmm. So Bravo's talking about using some mole skin for those areas that rub.
Yeah.
Let's see what
I bet you Bravo in the Army and did a lot of rucking.
he is in the Army.
Okay. See, I didn't know that. I'm just guessing that. If you know moleskin, yeah. Like there's nothing that can compare to just changing your socks out.
That's right. Yeah, I've been wearing it on the house. I already know it's gonna rub my neck. Yeah, that will drive you nuts. I highly recommend.
Misfit. Go ahead.
No, you know better than me. I was gonna tell him a simple.
No, I was just gonna say, just think about that rubbing on your neck, and then add sweat to that and heat.
So the carriers, and dirt. Yeah, the carriers that do that to me, I make sure to get shirts that kind of are a little bit smaller, so that the neck of my shirt, or I'll kind of yank them up so they'll come up my shoulders and be kind of stuck in between the actual shoulder pads and the actual shirt.
What plate carrier is it?
He didn't say.
So if you look at the uniforms that we wear overseas, most of them have a collar, or the old OCPs. That's the reason why that flips up and it closes around your neck. It's to keep your plate carrier from rubbing on your neck. That was what that was designed for. But you could buy those like tactical shirts. We call them motorcycle shirts. They zip up. Same thing. It's like a turtleneck, pretty much. But that's to protect your neck from stuff rubbing on it.
You look super cool too.
And I will say, here's what I do. Okay, might work for you, might not. Put your plate carrier on, but when you're putting it on, shrug up like this and cinch it down and tight it you can possibly get it. Then relax. If it's back on, pushing down on your shoulder, it's not tight enough. Loosen it, shrug up again, cinch it down, and then do it again. If it doesn't stay up off your shoulder, then make it tighter, and that will help with the rubbing on the neck too. Or at least if it's rubbing, if not putting 20 pounds of weight on that rub.
And he's talking about doing
that'll help. That'll be pretty good.
And Misfit, if you can get that Eagle Ergo, like you saw what I was doing, it literally lifts it up off your neck. Like it's way harder to get underneath your neck. It would hit more your chin than before your neck. So I think it'd be a good solution for you later. I'll see if I can help you find one in stock somewhere.
So I don't think
if you're on Telegram deals.
I don't think
that's the only place he can post it. So
yeah, Misfit probably won't have this problem, but some of us guys with tactical girth, this is an issue. Getting
what does it say?
His gut is getting pinched between his belt and his plate.
So it says, I wore my LA police gear carrier at the outdoor range in Florida summer heat for 5 hours. No issue at all, other than my gut getting crushed between the front plate and belt when I bent over. Oh, so it like pinches.
Yeah, it pinches.
Oh, so it's between the two, and then you. Oh.
Yep. So you make sure that your plates are high enough. A lot of people want their plates all the way down on their gut. That's not what they're designed for. Your plates are only this big. It's designed to protect your lungs and your heart, and that's it. So it should be right up here. I don't know what's that.
Bone. Yeah, that bone here. So you should be able to slide your finger over your plate, and you should almost be like almost.
Yep. And it should be high on your midsection, because gut shots are very survivable. This shot is not. So bring your plate up. Just make sure that your plate's high, and then mirror that on the back, because if you're protecting your heart and lungs on this part, that's what you want to protect on your back. And I know that sounds weird, but when you look here, it looks higher than if I turn around and show you my back. It looks lower on the back. Just make sure that it's the same. And you can. It should be like, I don't need, like right in between your shoulder blades almost.
Yeah, and you can check too, because your cummerbund will be straight. If it's like all kookamimi, like that's the best way to see if you kind of got it sitting right. Some of the carriers ride a little bit better than others, but yeah, up high.
How was it? So with my LA police gear, I had two issues. Number one, after a day at the range, it started chafing underneath my arm a little bit. That probably kind of how tight that I have it. And number two, getting that stupid flap underneath the tuck, man. Like, I hate that flap, but I love the price. Yeah, I know. I might actually do that. I might.
So you should be able to sit down. You should be able to sit down without your belt interfering with your kit. It shouldn't move it. That's how high you should have it, basically.
Yeah.
Now I remember
expose your gut.
Yeah, the paraclete. I remember when I first got out there, I had my stuff so loose. The first time I sat in the back of that Land Cruiser, the way that bench was, it choked me
Yep.
right in the neck. I'm like, yep.
Yep.
This is not.
Now I talked
Yeah.
about that. I don't know if you guys saw it on the video. That the HRT rack, like the middle of the plate carrier, had that pad there. Was I right in that's just to keep your face from just slamming into it?
Maybe.
I thought that was weird. It was like padded, but just like right here.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe. Like, especially for a rollover if you're not wearing a seatbelt and stuff like that. But I mean, you're gonna get bloodied up anyway, so
yeah,
whatever. Oh, speaking of plates, and somebody said that they're a 1/4 inch thick foam, and it made the LA Police gear plate smaller. I looked at the plate, the one that got shot up. So yes, there is foam around the edges of that plate, but it's compressed. So is it 1/4 inch thick? Sure, I took a piece of it out. Sure, it's 1/4 inch thick. But when they wrap it all up, it compresses it down to 1/8 of an inch. That's fine. Like if you get shot 1/8 of an inch, I don't know what to tell anybody that want to explain about or complain about that. I would rather have that foam on it, so when you drop it, it doesn't break the plate, or if it hits into your chin, like Walt's just saying, then there's that little bit of give in the plate. And it keeps all the edges from all the stuff inside cutting through the material. Like I don't know what I don't know what the issue is. I don't see it as an issue. I'll just say that.
So the thing that they were saying was that like the plate was a 10x12, but like it's really like 1 inch of foam on the edges, so it's really just like a 8 by 10, but it's not. But I saw that 30-06 hit, and I was like, there's no way, because it hit on the corner, and split everything apart, like it's filled. So there's a little bit of foam around the edge, but when they tighten the outer wrapping, it compresses the foam. Hey, Joe, do you see CR and Jersey's comment?
No, what did he say?
He says, I kid up to watch this stream.
Nice. I like it. Dude, you just inspired me.
And it would give everyone an excuse, like to their wife, like why are you wearing your kit? Like everyone does it on. Everyone puts on their kit for the show. They do it. We do it. It's all. You know what? Next show, I'm kitting up. I'll be full, all geared out. So all y'all have an excuse. So you have a reason to use your gear too. Hey, what was that cool course Robert Doyle?
I'll go back to it. I realized that I went way ahead in the chat, so I had to back up.
Yeah, because I saw his comment. I didn't know what he's talking about. See if you can read that one out loud for us.
Oh, one thing I wanted to congratulate old Bravo Tack. He's got his enlisted package today in the mail, so that's good. Re-enlistment? Yeah, re-enlistment. Okay.
Re-enlistment package. Awesome. Not sure if I will fill them out yet. It don't work that way where we're at. Ours is a little bit different, but no more of those for the rest of us. That's no more. Yeah.
So he's saying this is Robert Dole. I don't know. Do you know Braden? Have you met Robert before?
I haven't. We've talked a bunch on YouTube though, so he comments on a whole bunch of stuff. He's usually really mean to me, which I like. It kind of beats me up.
We love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's got some big doctor words in here. I'm going to try my best. I'm from Southern Louisiana, so bear with me. He said he just completed the Advanced Trauma Life Support course this week. And during the course, they did a lot of training on penetrating trauma along the side of the cardiothoracic surgeons wear all the armor. I agree with that. So we had all kinds of stuff that hung off of the paraclete, like went around your neck, and they had the dangler that protected your junk. We didn't wear any of that stuff. But
nope.
Joe, did you just kid up? Oh my god!
Yeah, he did.
I'm back on. I'm about to put myself
back on.
Dude,
I'm not going to have our viewer kitting up to watch the show and not be in kit.
So while I'm kitting up, Joe, what are your thoughts on side plates? What are your thoughts on? I'm all on board.
Okay. Here's my thought on side plate. If you're a hunter, where do you aim? You aim right above the shoulder of an animal. Why? So then the projectile going through both lungs and the heart. The only way to get a double lung heart shot in a human is to shoot them from the side.
Ooh, good point.
If you have the side plates, I would 100% wear them. This kit doesn't have them, but that's why we don't use the full Weaver stance anymore. We use the modified Weaver. It's so you can turn your entire chest plate, your armor, towards the enemy and take projectile in your armor. But that doesn't mean if you're engaging right in front of you, that doesn't mean that there's not a bad guy beside you and shoots you. So if you can, wear them. But if you get hit in the armpit, it's not going to help you. You're dead. You're not surviving that. You're not surviving that.
So,
I can't hear
dude,
you.
did you put a headset on your dork?
Any of these kits, you can get an upgraded. You can get an upgraded cummerbund that'll take side plates. So it's always an option. Don't
like
think
the LA
that if
police gear carrier comes with the pocket for the side plates, and I'm going to buy them.
The Grey Ghost has it built in.
Oh yeah, I think they do.
Yeah, those little things on the side.
Yeah, it unvelcro like the cummerbund unvelcro right in the middle of it, like that.
So correct me if I'm wrong, Robert, but this is a thoracic notch, right? Or is it something? It's some kind of notch. That's what Joe was talking about earlier.
So look, I'm gonna try to stand up. See how much is here? My plates are all the way up here.
You got a dangler.
Yeah, he's like a dangler. My plates are up here. I'm protecting my heart. If I could, I would have it up here, but that's just not realistic. Okay, anyway, let's press.
Yeah.
Y'all are so cute.
I like how we're partied out.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna come in and be like, what are these morons doing?
Yeah. This is not the show for me. Like anybody that is a wizard level 100 to 1,000, they're gonna come in and be like, no, these are not my wizard kin.
They're gonna be like, I am mad at these guys. Like I'm so mad. Like I'm agitated. Like
we're just gonna give validity to all the companies that are like, oh, we don't want the idiot backyard warrior wearing our stuff.
Like, who do you not want to wear here? And it's just like a screenshot of us. Like,
right here. This picture right here.
Those three idiots, and the one other guy's not there. Just because he's not there doesn't mean he's out.
I gotta find a way. Cody bought me that knife. He's an awesome brother. So he sent me that knife. It looks like a wrench. It's really cool from K-Bar. But I gotta figure out a way to put it on my kit and where I'm gonna put it. I think I'm gonna put it right like that.
What if I told you I had something? Not like that. You got to put it in between. Oh, this thingy. Good grief! Remember, I told.
Hey, real quick, Robert Dole. I need you to change your name to Dr. Dole. You're now the doc for the group.
Actually, I kind of want it like that.
These ones.
What?
These are little thingies that they close around the knife. I gotta send one of these over to Angry Sarge. He's gonna make some of our own. But then what you do is you can actually like slip it between your placard. Where am I? Between your placard and the other thing, Joe, like this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool. Yeah, I like that. Because I think I want this more a weapon retention knife than I do like a knife that I use. So I got to set it up to where I draw it with my left hand instead of my right. And when I draw it, the blade down and out. So then if I'm doing weapon retention, then I can draw it and just rake across somebody's forearm with it.
Do you see what Harry says? Because that's the one he was asking me what that's called. And I told him it was called the knife hook. And I told him the wrong thing for like a week. And he's like, Walsh, there's no such thing. It's like he's like, you moron, it's a knife nook. That's why you can't find it. That's not what it's called.
Yeah. Did you go back like 10 wizard points on that one?
Oh yeah. I lost it.
You got deducted.
Yeah.
Ooh,
so this is why I'm calling him Dr. Dole. So he's saying you have to be a physician or a physician assistant to take that course.
No wonder he always makes fun of me. He's like, Walsh, I think you're an idiot. And he's probably like qualified to actually say that. Like most people aren't, but he's actually qualified.
I'm you're an idiot.
I'm qualified to certify you as a moron.
Yeah,
I'll send you a certificate. So they are verifying that pad is for your chin. That's good to know.
Yeah. So you don't break something on a hard bump. I mean, if you do a rollover and you split your chin and that's all that happens to you, you're fine. But I guess on a hard bump or falling, I don't know.
Zach,
getting kneed in.
Where's
I don't know.
Zach? Better be. I know he's got some good kit too. He better be just kitted out, just watching right now, just like drinking coffee or something. Next time that's gonna be me. I'm just gonna have all my stuff on and just be super relaxed. I'm like, all right, everyone, time
Only
to get
you
started.
drink coffee at 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, well, me now. I
Yeah.
just downed an energy drink at 6 o'clock while I was mowing the yard. Dude, I've been taking like trash out and stuff in this kit. I live in a suburban area, and my neighbor is starting to look at me funny. But last night when I went on my run in kit, it was like 11:30 at night, so
Joe,
nobody was out.
I gotta go to for you. I gotta tell you about this. So there was a snake in the garage. We're having these mice problems. We found a snake in the garage, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not that worried about it. I kind of like the snake being in there, so I let him chill for a little bit. Like, all right, I better get the snake out of the garage before it comes.
Yeah.
But
Before
like,
my wife sees it.
Yeah, and so the wife's like, hey, get out there and go do that. And of course, I'm running around, not really paying attention to what I have on. I'm like fully belted out, got like my pistol, got my magazines, all the gear, running around the garage with a rake, shaking it as a snake. Trying to get the stupid snake out of the garage. People were driving by real slow. And I'm like, I wonder, like, is it that weird to see me chasing this snake around? Like, no, you're like all kitted up and weapons and everything, shaking a rake at a snake.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's idiot.
So
I can only
I
imagine.
wanted to, now it's choking me because I took out my front plate and I have all the weight on my back. But I wanted to show this. Look. So you can see, I don't know if you can see it. Let me get a weapon light. I know it's not supposed to be like this. But
did you see Harry's
some
comment?
light on it.
I would kid up too, but I ate so much I'm uncomfortably full.
So you see the difference right here in where the stitching is? That's how thick the foam is. Look,
okay, we
right
see
there.
in the picture though how it looks like. It looks like even in your picture how it has like an inch between. Like, put your finger further towards us. Yeah. See what it looks on the camera?
No, this is plate, dude.
Yeah, that's right. That's what mine is. Like, you can look at it and it looks like that, but it's not. Like, once you
Like,
feel it, you're like,
there's a little bit of squishiness on the front of it, but it's plate. It's plate underneath there. So if you think about it, let me turn the light out of my eyes. So if you think about it, think about like a piece of foam, right, that is on the outside, and it comes down, but it has a channel in the center of it. And the foam wraps around the actual plate material. So a little bit in the front and a little bit in the back, but that plate material slides in and into that foam. Do you know what? Next time I'm around the plate, I'll just get it. I'll get the plate, clean it up the best that I can, and I'll have it on one of these shows. Yeah. I'm going to go off camera so I can fix this. It's choking me.
I love Misfit too. So Misfit, just so you know, I am totally rocking some bow tash plates too. I don't care about nothing. But yeah, I got some of these rocking here because they're 5 pounds. I'm not paying $800 for 5 pound plates. They will. They took a 308 shot, had no problem.
Bravo says he likes the angle of the dangle.
The bow tack, the battle steel plates.
No, what?
Yeah, these are battle steel. Not like they're not AR-500. They're still ceramics.
Oh,
they're Chinese.
Yeah, they're just Chinese junk.
I really want to try. I'm going to try to reach out to. They're going to tell them no. We have 6,000, almost 7,000 subscribers. They're going to tell me no, but I don't care. I'm going to reach out to
Safe Light. Tell me Safe
Light.
Yeah.
Yep. Please. And I'm going to try to get that soft armor for these, and I'm going to try to get one to shoot.
Now, I'm going to say that
I don't want to wear it if I haven't shot it.
And
I know.
I want an honest channel to look at it. Now, I will say that if we shoot it, we're going to tell you the truth. Like, hey, oops, it didn't do so well. You know, that's probably what's going to be our reaction. I'm not going to be like, oh, this is super great. You guys are going to want to buy this. Yeah.
That's called Second Chance too.
I don't know them.
That's what lot.
They make level 3 a lot though, don't they, Cody?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, let's see if they'll send us some soft stuff to put in with our kits.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Or to see if I'll just keep taking out further and further and use like 55 grain green tips and see how far you have to be away from level 3, level 3A. before it will actually stop a 5.56.
Walsh, did you
I
see
want to
Bravo
know.
Tech's
I want to know
comment?
at like 300 yards will level 3A stop
The angle of the
5.56.
dangle one? Yeah, that's pretty funny. Just want to have my dangle out there. I suck my gut in and force it. I think you may have it fitted incorrectly if you have to do that.
What?
I will say, small plug, real quick though. Need the wolf patch? Oh yeah, this is a cool one. Oh, and this one, no. Well, yeah, I'm trying not to be mean to them. I like it. I wear.
How many patches you got on right there? I see 4. I'm sure you got 19 more somewhere.
Listen, I gotta rep the brands. That's part of what we do. So I do want to say, Joe has been particularly awesome about doing his workout. I have to say, I'm nothing but proud about him and his workout regime. If you're looking to change your life around a little bit, he's got a great routine. But I also started one called Tactical Barbell, which is about this low steady state runs. I keep talking about it, but they're super easy. They're not challenging. You can just run slow for a long period of time. And I was already in pretty good shape, and it just completely transformed the way I work. So if you're thinking about fighting, if you're thinking about wearing your gear, get yourself in shape, get yourself in fighting shape. So when me and Joe need you, you're not like, hold on, I gotta grab a turkey leg. Like, no, Cody's got the rear. It's fine. He's already called it.
Yeah, Cody called it. But hopefully this inspired Cody to get his crap out of the bag.
Oh my God.
Are you gonna wear your kit next Thursday, Cody?
I thought I wanted to make a video before I put it together.
Well, come over this weekend. I got time.
I gotta get a kitchen pass.
Yeah, that happens.
I should be.
Whenever you get time.
If she watches this, she knows that I'm right when I'm gonna say this. But I should be in the green because I just bought her a phone.
And now you're not.
Yeah, now I'm
just
not.
What?
Yeah.
I just bought her a phone and a saddle. So
Dang.
that's at least one day.
That's at least an hour.
Yeah. 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know,
We'll
Cody.
see.
We can bring some cameras over. We can have you set up because I know some of the bigger guys wanted to know how you fit it, and it's a different body type, and it's important to go over some just even between me and Joe, we have different body types, and it's important to see like some things don't bother me that bother him, and vice versa. Like, does that gray ghost, Joe? Does the little padding does it jab into your chest? It just
no. I mean, I can feel it. I can feel it there on both sides, but even on my run, I was glad that I had it. Actually,
yeah. So upright, I like it. But
so
did you try prone?
No.
Oh, that's what it really was. I was like,
I haven't yet, but on my run, I could like force my chest out and just take some reprieve off of my shoulder a little bit, and then drop my chest in, and then try to take deep breaths, and then just keep going like that. I'm happy with my run, man. I mean, I'm not fast anyway, so. Even on runs without kit, I was right. I mean, I've dabbled in the 8-minute miles, but normally I'm in the low 9s. And I went out on a mission last night saying I'm going to run 2 miles and I'm going to be under 10-minute miles. And I was at like 9:48, I think.
In boots, like that's my biggest thing. The boots would be the slowest thing. It wouldn't be the carrier.
Yeah, but see, that brings up another great point. And that's why I love the boots that I wear all the time. They're expensive and they wear out way too fast. I hate that part about them. Luckily, I got a bunch of free pairs from the military. I'm on my last free pair right now, and I might have to. Yeah, dude. Yes.
Rockies. But I had chewed through some Rockies though. I've chewed through some, but yeah. You're like, I'm on my last. You should just go. You should email them and be like, listen, I've been using these for so much time.
Yeah. The sole won't wear out of them. The sole won't last me a year. And when I say wear out of them, I mean the tread on the bottom gets so low that it's like slicks and it starts wearing through and I wish I had the pair that I used to run last night. Like there's no more rubber on the bottom on the heel, and it's instead of tan, it's black because it's the material underneath.
I had a pair that from the flight line and I loved that whenever you'd walk when it rained, your socks would get wet. And that's cool. I still love them. It's fine.
It's fine.
The baits were notorious for that. I mean, they had super soft material in the middle, but then they would crack, like right across where the ball of your foot was.
Yep.
And
you'd be like, walk in a puddle and it's like, whoop.
You're like, my foot's wet.
Yeah, I love the imp boots because where I live, it's very rocky terrain, and the imp boots actually flex over rocks and stuff. Where I live, a lot like Afghanistan. Actually, I'm only a couple hours from where Lone Survivor was filmed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very much like Afghanistan, and I like feeling the rocks and stuff underneath my feet. I like having the dexterity in my feet, and it actually flexes. For boots, it actually flexes. I mean, if you're wearing some toe shoes or whatever the hell don't think hard, sure, more power to you, you have more dexterity. But I've worn boots almost every day for the last 20 years. I wear boots so much that I don't have hair on my legs where my boots are.
It's a lot of boots.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chime in real quick because Harry was talking about how he wants to get the knife nook. This has been in stock like one time, and I posted it on our stories. So as soon as it goes in stock, I'm posting it. Probably like the instant I get it. So I know it's not very fast, but if you can get in our Telegram chat, I will post it the instant. Everyone asks about these. I'm sending these ones over to Angry Sarge. I was supposed to do that on Monday. It is now tomorrow's Friday. So it tells you where I'm at with things I'm supposed to be doing. But he's going to make something similar, I'm hoping. And then I can tell you when those are going to be available.
Dude, or in the meantime, get, like Cody was saying, get a strip of that Velcro, the sticky Velcro, and just wrap it around and see if that works.
One wrap?
It'll at least keep it in. Maybe if you keep taking it off, like using the actual Velcro and taking it off, it'll probably pull that sticky part off the back of this. But
I bet you could use Velcro one wrap though. If you just use the one wrap, the 3/4 strips,
yeah,
you could just feed it in depending on what knife sheath you have in the actual sheath holes, and then wrap it and do.
Yeah, the adhesive will probably come off if you keep taking it on and off, but just to put it in between your placard and keep it there, it'll be good.
Braden said sheath hole.
The sheath hole.
Yeah. So in all honesty, so I bought this knife first, and Joe's daughter makes a what do you call it? A leather worker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want her to make me like a scout carry sheath for this, and so I was like, I'm gonna buy one for Joe, send it to him, and then have him show it to his daughter and say, hey, make me a sheath. So that was why I did it, but it was also a gift of love to my brother.
Yep.
And now
that's what I'm chalking it up as.
Yeah. Well, I think it's symbolic because it looks like a wrench, and we were both wrench turners. So.
Yep.
I mean, Joe, I guess we can call it maintenance, I guess.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Sure. Cody changed the brake caliper out.
That was easy.
Yeah. The fuel pump was way more entertaining. That was way more entertaining.
He was mad.
Yeah.
He was
Remember
mad
the struts that were the wrong ones? Remember those?
Well, that was just a shocks on the back.
Oh, the shocks, yeah. Anyway, we're getting.
But that's on my daily driver. I was super peeved about that.
Yeah. What do you have for gear? I want to know. I'm gonna try to go with a minimalist kit for this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what I should put on it.
Ooh,
right now, I'm just keeping it blank the way it is. The less weight, the better. I'm gonna have a battle belt with 2 mags apiece. I mean, remember this is to go long distances. So
Joe, I know what you want, and I haven't got to show it yet. It's gonna be next weekend, not this weekend. This is from Defense Mechanisms. Yeah. Someone's going to correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's right. Yeah, Defense Mechanisms. Yeah. So what's neat about this is you build it. So you take this cover thing off. Okay. And this is the actual cover. So you could rebuild it. So I had it built similar to what how I normally build them, but you could easily. So I put a middle pouch in there and a pistol pouch. But you could not. You could just run it like this. Or you can add more stuff, and it's just however you put it together, and then you can remake it and reshape it for whatever you need. The only thing I don't love is that, well, I'm halfway on it. I don't know if I love it, don't know if I hate it. The mag retainers aren't super stiff, but it's really good when you use a mag or use something because then it starts to collapse down more and more. And it's not like the S-Tac where it's always sticking out. So I actually dislike it and like it at the same time. So I think I'm neutral on it. But
Okay.
but yeah,
Could you still put S-Tacs in there?
I don't know. I could try
Probably.
to slide an insert in there. I don't have any in front of me. I'll try that. I'll do that on the review. I'll see if I can put them in there.
You should still be able to put the insert.
I
in
think
there,
so.
would imagine.
Because if you look at it, let's just look at it.
Is it Velcro?
No, it's not. It's like a
Okay.
just like a fabric. But it's thicker. It's thicker on both sides, so it's like doubled over on both sides. So it's really pretty heavy duty. But it's cool because you could just take it all apart. And Joe, you may be like, oh, I just want the pouches and just the cover, but maybe I want to add something to it later. I don't know. Like, perfect.
Yeah.
It would be awesome for you. Just get that. Just get the mag retainers and the cover. And then if you decide to change your mind later, you could or not. And you're not stuck with something.
Yeah.
These guys are
like
cool too. These are.
No, I'm thinking about what gear I want on my kit, and I'm gonna have 2 rifle mags, 2 pistol mags on my belt. I'm gonna have my drop leg on my belt. I'm probably gonna want 3 more rifle mags on my rig. Compass, something to write with, and a flashlight. And I think that's about all I'm putting on my rig. My IFAK will be on my belt. I think that's it.
Joe,
Sorry, we're laughing at. See, that's the problem with Harry. He always puts little quirky things on here when we're trying to be serious.
All those patches provide +10 in various skills, stealth, shot, stamina, etc. Yeah, see, Harry knows. Harry,
so what does that equate to wizard points? 10? Did you just go up 10 wizard points?
I like Harry so much. I think we owe him a T-shirt still. So this solidifies it. That Harry, send us your message on our Gmail. I know I owe you
for the third time.
For the third time. I may already have it. I will send you. I got to send you some wizarding patches. I think I have either some worn or I have all kinds of different stuff. So I'll send you
a shirt.
Yeah, and I do owe you a shirt.
We still owe you a shirt.
I think Jason owes him the shirt, and then Jason just like fell off the map.
No, Cody owes him the shirt, and I asked him twice before tonight. I was like, I need your size.
Okay. So now you get shirts and patches because I want to see all your wizarding levels. You can be like me and just like a NASCAR driver in your plate carrier.
I'll put a patch on my kit if it's a thin line defense patch.
Ooh, let's make some.
We need some.
I thought you already did this one. Didn't you already mention this at the beginning?
But he put it back in there.
Oh, okay.
He basically was like, you guys ignored me the first time. So.
What did he say?
I bought the axe.
No, we didn't.
We talked about
We were all
this.
excited.
Yeah.
We were all excited.
So top tier, when we talk about top tier, what do we say? Like anything besides, like, we'll say your top number 1, top number 2. Number 1 belt, I'm gonna tell you right now, is the Axle Eclipse for me. And the number 1 inner belt to combine it with is that Blue Alpha Gear low profile inner EDC belt. There is no better combo that I know of, from rigidity to weight, overall. It's fantastic.
And for what you're getting, it won't break the bank.
Yeah, and it's the cheapest of all the options. Like, all the others are 3 times the cost. People keep asking about the GBRS belt, and I'm like, I don't care if it's good or not. It's 3 times the cost of an Axle Eclipse. It's not 3 times better. I promise you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, mission dictates gear, like we say. I'm not repelling from helicopter. I need something to carry mag pouches and the IFAK. That's what I need. And my drop leg. I might go with a True North. I might not. I don't know yet.
I wear my EDC inner belt every day. So I mean,
I have a black one and a tan one, and I just between pants I'm wearing is the one I wear. Yeah, every day.
So, real quick, Joe, those Rockies, those are SV2s, right?
Yeah,
pretty sure.
Yeah. Yep. He's like, I know those boots.
Yeah, they're amazing. I mean, I can't. Besides the wear, I wish they lasted longer. But
what is it? What is Jersey saying here? I bring the kit out of the bedroom separately and stage it in indiscreet spots. Joe, this sounds like you. Then bring it out into the garage in stages. No, you're not like that. You just have rifles in every room. Like this is in
Dude,
case someone robs my ice machine.
it's gotten so bad. Like my poor wife, she greenlit me on a couple thing, and now I've just ran with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
Dr.
let's
Doyle,
tell Doc good night. He's gonna leave and go watch some Harry Potter. He probably left like 35
Bye.
minutes ago.
maybe he'll come back and watch this. Like, do they ever come back to the feed? Like Dr. Doyle, yeah, thanks. Come make fun of me some more on whatever I say. He's usually
He probably left 10 minutes ago, but hey, we appreciate
Yeah.
you coming out. Thanks
Yeah.
for being smarter and proving that we're idiots.
clinically.
Clinically. No, in other aspects too. he has the I don't even know the skills to say clinically.
Mm-hmm. That's dumb. Like, how do you know? Like, because I'm this guy. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, Harry.
So we have to get through all the comments.
Says Walsh, you said Angry Sarge would make the knife nook. I'm tired of waiting for Pharaoh. Yeah, they had like one in stock. So like I said, we've been chatting. I'm gonna send him one of these so we can use it as a prototype. Send it over to this guy that does his Kydex holsters. So if you think about it, this would easily be done also in Kydex. There wouldn't be anything that would prevent you from doing that. It doesn't have to be done in Tegris. It's just nice and thin and it makes it work. But I think there's about a million other ways to skin the cat to do this. So yeah, we're gonna get it with Angry Sarge and have them do something else. And
it might be cheaper to do it with Kydex, right?
Probably.
I think it's more available. I don't know if it's cheaper.
And if you want to give it a try, all you need to do it in Kydex and buy a $10 Kydex sheet and have a toaster oven. Don't ever put food in an oven that you Kydex in. I have a little toaster oven that I started my Kydex stuff in.
True. Maybe Harry can be he'll be our new knife Kydex nook guy. But yeah, I'm getting one over to Angry Sarge.
So this makes more sense. So Bourbon kind of broke it down. So he's doing that. So we all know how that works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
That's on my web. Where's all this stuff come from? Oh, we've had that for ages.
Yeah.
So Sarah Judy says no, so I don't have to hear about the neighbors calling the police or taking her pictures and sending them to, or her taking pictures and sending them to the in-laws. My wife, she don't care. We got like during the height of coronavirus, I had like was kind of when the all of the channel was kind of starting up, and I would always be walking around in my gear because I'd always be training. I'd be practicing my pistol stuff. I'd be practicing all my stuff. I was doing the right things. Like now, make Joe mad. And I just wear tactical stuff all day. But back then, I used to actually train, and it made him happy. And the wife would take pictures of me, and they'd always end up on social media. Like, look at my husband. I'm like, I'm training. It's official.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You won't be laughing when the zombie apocalypse comes.
Sandra is saying his belt's all black, but his PC stuff is multicam basement.
Cool.
Yeah.
I asked earlier what color you got.
Yeah, this was kind of mixed. I like the multicam and multicam black.
Yeah.
Oh, we
gotta get through all the comments.
Yeah, I'm way behind.
No,
I'm not that bad.
Not that bad. What was
does it say? Dude, I have to get like this if you all don't read them out loud.
Oh, Sierra Jersey says, I got a pro tip. OD green rifle mags look sexy as hell on multicam basement.
Cool.
OD green? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird.
I like me some OD green.
Yeah.
Yeah, because OD green kind of goes with anything.
It's very good for a lot of different climates.
Yeah. We need
or
a multicam.
sage.
Like none of us have a multicam black carrier. Like we don't have a full kit out. Maybe we need to get one of these days.
You can.
Maybe I'm working something.
I think multicam black looks good, but for my environment, unless it's night, it doesn't do what it's supposed to do in my environment.
Yeah.
In the woods of the East Coast and the West Coast, because how many shadows and how dark the woods are, I can completely see it working. That's not what I'm saying, but with the sun of Colorado in the open desert or even in the pine trees in the mountains, it doesn't work where I'm at.
And see, that's kind of why I don't know if this idea actually works, But like that's kind of why I like the multicam and the multicam black, because it's also about breaking up the silhouette, breaking all the shapes up. It's not necessarily being like I'm this one color. Like that doesn't really work either. Can you break it up? Whether or not that works, I don't know. I'd have to go test it.
I mean, if you were out where I am and you looked across the field, you'd be able to pick black out like it's nothing.
Yeah,
you live somewhere where there are a bunch of like the black lava
Shadows.
rocks everywhere.
Yeah.
Then what you're saying would completely make sense.
It's because like where I'm at, it's all like tree, like it's like lush trees and shadows. So it's like light cutting in everywhere, and then like shadows and trees. So it's like, like I could see that.
Yeah,
so,
but we only get pine trees and the occasional aspen. So
I would love to do that though. Have like one of those carriers where you could like put all this stuff in, and it's just like a bunch of like pine cones and
like Bill Gilly suit with pine cones.
That'd be awesome.
So Jersey, I paid Safariland to wrap one of my holsters, and that is expensive.
So they had some in multicam black. I don't know if they was only a limited time. There's only certain ones they were doing.
Yeah,
don't do that. I would try to find like one of the company, like what is that one company, Walsh Gunskins or whatever.
Misfit will do it. I know his guys will wrap. They'll wrap. I don't know if they'll do other people's actual holsters, but Angry Sarge, he'll do them. He did one for me. I don't know if they'll wrap others. I don't know. You have to ask him.
So I would say if you wanted to do it yourself, you got two options. One are the company like Gunskin, I think it's called. Just get one of their kits and hopefully like the receiver part of it big enough to go around your holster and use the heat gun and heat shrink it on there. Or just get multicam black cloth and use the spray glue from 3M. You have to spray it on the holster and you have to spray it on the cloth and then just stick it on there. And it's not permanent.
Scratch the holster up first.
Just work it. Yeah. You can do it. You could probably do it for like $20 too. Zachary was asking, what the hell is Tegris? And who knows if I get this wrong? I don't know if I'm saying the right thing.
It looks like carbon fiber, but it's not carbon fiber.
And so that's this is what the new material everyone's using. It's this super hard material, super light, super thin. It's what the entire axle eclipse belt is made out of.
Yeah, that's just about to say.
It's so insanely light and so insanely strong at the same time.
Yeah, go look up the axle eclipse belt and you'll see exactly what it is. It looks like carbon fiber.
But like it's thin, like maybe like 2 sheets of paper. Yeah.
But it's strong. Do you know?
So Bravo's saying, I was going to read it for you.
Yeah, please do. Thank you.
Bravo says, did you know the CDC actually has a zombie apocalypse survival guide? That's good because it makes people like us seem more sane, right? So we do all this prepping, but even the CDC acknowledges that it's possible.
Yeah. It's like the UFOers or the flat earther. Like if it were ever proven that alien existed, how happy they would be.
Oh no.
That's gonna be us during the zombie apocalypse. Like I told you all. I told you all.
Come on over. Not you. I don't like you.
Yeah. Just so if you're gonna get bit, like if you're sitting in your house, there's no way out of your house, you know you're gonna turn into a zombie and you're not willing to kill yourself, throw on an orange plate carrier with steel plates in it for everybody that's not a zombie.
Oh my, how smart is that? And you can mark yourself as a walking landmine. They were nice enough to target themselves. And you're like,
yeah.
So on Instagram, I saw that they have somebody selling those little cakes. Have you seen that? It's like a pack, and it has 9 of these little cakes in them, and it's 400 calories in these little cakes. And they last like 22 years in that little thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll find it and I'll put it in the Telegram thing.
It'll be our zombie survival cakes.
Yeah, and you can put them like in your car, and they won't melt or freeze or anything like that.
Yeah, a lot of people do the food prepping thing, and I think it's smart, right? But there's a difference between being without food for 2 weeks and a zombie apocalypse, because you're not gonna find me. I'm gonna be living out my days. It'll be like what was that movie? Mad Max. Like I'll just be out in the middle of nowhere. I'll be hunting and foraging my own food.
I got a well, like an old well, trying to make it work.
Yeah, like I have 3 weeks to go find me a food source. I can do that in 3 weeks.
Food's easy. You can go.
I'm going to drive my truck out in the middle of nowhere until it runs out of gas. Wherever I end up, then I'm going to find my water source. I'm not driving into nothing. I'm driving into a water source.
What's the saying too? Is 3, 3, and 3? You can go 3 minutes without oxygen, 3
Yep.
days without water, and 3 weeks without food.
Yep.
So prioritize.
But this is why I'm learning how to fish.
Yeah, so you can drink. You can drink
exactly.
Oh.
And if you know how to sterilize water, then you're going to be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You need charcoal, sand, and rocks.
Yeah. Getting back to what we were talking about earlier is covering the Cordura, covering the holsters or whatever. Bourbon is saying that he found some sheets on Etsy for $16. That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, worst case, it looks like doo-doo, and you just do it again.
Yeah, just tear it off.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I'm tired of trying to keep my gear looking nice.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Better beat up. So Joe was with me when I was putting together my new aero build, and I while putting together, I'm already dinging it up and banging it up. And the first, I was like, you know what? The first nick is annoying because then you're like, it's the only one. But then when you have like 30, you're like, dude, this thing looks awesome. So it's the first on a trail of 29 more.
So Bourbon's he's going to try to find that.
Oh, because Misfit was saying, what's the name of the Etsy store? Oh, yeah.
So V2 Plays is saying that multicam Arid is his jam. Hey, that might be the new hotness soon.
I would say the multicam Arid is probably the rarest of the colors to find. Like nobody ever has that in stock. I'm not sure if it's just like a throwback, like all the old guys, old vets want their multicam Arid setups. Like you cannot find them. I'm not a big fan. It's just not my spice, but I like them. But it's just not my favorite.
Sorry, I'm home alone. I'm bacheloring it for a while, and I'm down in my basement and my dog went barking, so I had to go make sure that there wasn't somebody
in the house.
Yeah, I didn't clear it because it's my wife's dog barking, and she barks at a lot. My dog wasn't barking, so I know it's good to go.
Yeah. Those Sawyer straws are awesome. Any sort of filtration straw, like when we talk about like prepping, water filtration should be in the basics. If you have a knife, you should have water filtration. Like those are basics.
I agree with all of that stuff. Just the thing that you have to keep in mind is if you're going to live the rest of your life, a straw like that only going to last so long. So it's great to use right now. Just know the concept of how to do it, and then you'll be fine. Boil water when possible. If you can't boil and you're on the move, then have something with charcoal, sand, and water and rocks. That's how you filter.
Like those rain and those moisture catches, you can get a lot of those like the Army survival books. Like if you guys aren't like, obviously I don't have a whole lot of the background on that, but you can read.
Like you can get water out of the air in the middle of a desert if you dig a hole. That's all you have to do. You have to dig a hole. You have to put some type of plastic, some type of catch in the bottom of the hole, plastic over top, put a rock in the center so it goes down, and the moisture in the air will actually collect because the sun hitting the plastic, and it'll drip into something. So is it going to be a lot of water? No. Will it keep you alive-ish? Maybe.
What is that?
It's a Survivor Filter Pro, and basically it has the filter on the tip that you put in the water as a filter inside the little pump, and you can use this over and over again.
Yeah, but like watch Jason's video. He thought he had everything good to go. They didn't take a whole bunch of water on their camping thing, and melting down snow and filtering out the water was a terrible idea. It took longer to do that than anything else. So go out and practice it. That's all we can say.
I'm sure Misfit's already. Yeah, he says thanks, Bourbon. But for everybody that's listening, Bourbon put in that Etsy shop for 3mm backed Cordura. Sorry, Dangerfield's Arms. Dangerfield Arms, all one word. That's what he put. I'm sure you can find it. Appreciate that, Bourbon. Good looking out, brother.
Hey, Cody, we're getting on about an hour and a half, but I see a new guy, Keith Garrett. He's got a pretty good comment. Maybe we can end with that one.
Well, I want to stop looking at the timer and at least get through the comments that we have.
They don't end. The comments don't end. They just keep coming.
We need to get to the bottom of them.
We're at the bottom almost. Okay, so he says, for a college student, what would you guys recommend? I'm in a very anti-gun college. I have a G45. So far, I need to be able to hide it in my dorm room. What would I recommend for a rifle kit? So, number one, make sure you follow any of the local laws and regulations of the state you're in, particularly in the school you're in. I know there can be some agitation as to what your personal thoughts are and to what the school's rules are. So follow everything with that. We are not saying in any way, shape, or form you should circumvent any laws or any rules to where you're at. I think you'd be fine with the G45. So you want to talk about personal security. This is just me. I think you'd be good there. When you start to get into the pistol rifles, the pistol 5.56s, I think you'd be way better off in personal protection. You'd be trying to protect your dorm room with it, which would be a little bit weird. I think you should stick with it.
What I would suggest, this is the build that I would suggest. We have some video on it if you want to look at it. Go to CMMG. If you can afford it, buy their Banshee. It's a great gun. I'm not going to buy that gun because it's too expensive. So I went to CMMG and I bought the bolt, the barrel, and the mag inserts. And the bolt and the barrel will come in a kit for 9mm, and then the mag inserts for PMag. And then I used arrow upper, lower, and a S1 handguard. I put a SBA 3 brace on it. I used a flash forward muzzle device from Ka Industries, and that is my favorite AR by far that I own. And it's sitting right at my feet. I just can't show you because YouTube will yell at me.
But make sure you check with your dorms and follow all their rules. Don't get kicked out of school, because if you're at a school where you can't protect yourself, that's its own concern, but don't get kicked out just because of something silly.
I was going to preface
that
all
muzzle
that.
device.
If you're on an anti-gun campus and you walk around and look like Walsh, you're going to draw a lot of attention to yourself.
And
you
they
don't want
love
that attention.
And they love to make a stink. Like it's one thing for me to draw attention because they're not going to kick me off the campus, or if they do, I don't care. Nothing to be going to school there. So it's all about. I hate gray man. I think the whole idea of gray man is stupid. But you really do need to be that. But just walk that fine line between where you're at and in the rules upon which you operate. We are in places that we work at and have to operate within that maybe we don't completely agree with the rules, but we signed up for those rules and we follow those rules. Same with attending a school. If you chose to go to that school, you chose to follow their rules. So I would say to be respectful upon that, even if you don't agree.
I wouldn't advise it at all, because what they're going to do is they're going to try to entice you to react, right? And then they're going to make you look like the bad guy. Mm-hmm. It's not worth it. Not worth it. I promise you. Yeah. So
move off campus or do online courses.
Yeah. Online. But
But hey, that's a good conversation. I like appreciate you asking.
Thank you.
I see a lot of I see a lot of the people in the comments are agreeing, like, be careful. Because like I said, they're just wanting you to make a mistake and make an example out of you. So,
or be a tough guy. They're going to want to push your buttons, so you try to act like the tough guy, and then they have that picture they want to paint for exactly what they want to do. So
I would say nobody, if you are going to have a gun, nobody should ever know that you have a gun. Number one, and number two, the only time that anybody should ever know that you had a gun is when you are, no joke, defending your life. Mm-hmm. Not like, oh, well, I could have used. No, it better be a deadly force is absolutely necessary. The only way to do anything right now. And that's when I would have a gun. Or that's the first time anybody would ever know. And then at that point, who cares? If they kick you off campus, you're alive. So.
And Joe brings it up what's my number one response to a situation? Run. Probably going to be my number one response to almost every situation. When I can no longer run away, when I am like, all right, I have to use deadly force to defend myself, there's going to be no more thoughts like, I wonder if I'm going to shoot. Like that we've already crossed that path. This is happening. I've tried to run. I've tried to de-escalate. I've tried to get out of the situation, and the situation is now on top of me. So now I have to remove the situation. But all those things happen first. I'm pretty fast. So the likelihood of somebody being able to keep up with me is going to be interesting. And that's the best way to do it. Just don't be in a situation you shouldn't be in. People all the time are like, oh, I was out and about at 4 a.m. and then I got in a fight with somebody. Like, what? Number one, what are you doing? So don't be in situations that don't make sense. That's the easy one. Like if you're not going to take your kids and your wife out there, bail. Like,
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, Sierra and Jersey. Yeah. So exactly what he said. I would pause everything until you leave the school. So like you said, that I can want anything I want is the stupid school rules. Pause this entire conversation. Strike it from the record. And you need to wait until you move off campus to do anything, to probably include even owning that 45. I would probably hold off, maybe put that with somebody else until you are in a place where you agreed to follow their rules and you agreed to live there by following their rules. So until such point, you can move outdoor and you can do whatever you want. So that's my thoughts. I could be wrong.
Yep. I like it.
All right. I think we're at.
That was a good dad conversation. I hope you take what we said. Again, this is just our opinion. And we're also CYAN.
Yeah.
By the way, YouTube. But Keith, let us know if you got any other questions. We can definitely help you out. But like everybody's saying, you got to protect yourself and protect the Second Amendment. You know, we don't want to make you a poster child. So,
ooh, Cody, pull up that comment from Misfit. That one like nails it.
Oops.
Go ahead.
So Misfit's saying having a gun should make you the most polite and calm person around. Evade and de-escalate as much as possible. I couldn't have said it better myself, Misfit.
Because you are the ultimate D-bag if you're the one escalating a situation and the one carrying.
Because I'm telling you right now, if you put yourself in that jeopardy and then have to go to your firearm, you're going to be brought on. Charges are going to be pressed against you. Look at that one dude during all the riots out in the street giving aid but had the AR. Look at what that dude's going through right now.
Look what Bravo said.
He had an AR. He was pushed back into a corner and had to use an AR to shoot somebody. And look at what he's going through. Even if he doesn't get brought up on charges, look at what he had to go through. If nobody would have known he had an AR, he would have never been assaulted in the first place.
No. Yeah. So, all right, fellas. I know my time's starting to run out. I gotta get the sleepy times.
No, a great conversation, guys. I enjoyed this. We had that little bit of business for Joe with the sites. Great sites. That's a good economy, option if you're interested. Joe can help you out if you got any questions. He can lead you down the right path. Braden, you got anything
like
coming
that
up?
They had option for my CZ, and it was the what's it called, night sights, and
they were
just over $100.
Yeah,
Tritium night sight, just over $100. I like them.
Yeah. So two real quick. Olight is having this crazy. I guess they do like an O-Day sale where they sell all this stuff. So if you're interested in Olights or you like any of their stuff from EDC to weapon lights, I know we kind of gotten towards them and kind of transitioning out. There is a huge sale they're doing. You can use our discount code TLDCO on any non-sale items, but I think some of that stuff's like 50% off. I am going to do an Odin Olight IR video, so I didn't even tell Joe about this. It's sneaking out tomorrow. I actually have some really junk night vision, and I managed to actually test it. You guys are going to love it. And then Misfit's talking about the comms video. I just finished the very last tiny bit of footage I needed to complete that, and I'm going to wrap all that up tomorrow, package it all up, upload it, and everything will be ready for a budget versus Gucci comms. So where this comes from, Cody and Joe, Hop did a video. I was watching his video and he just made fun of Pharaoh's plate carrier for like 10 minutes. And I was like, dude, this guy's pretty solid. I probably should do an actual video on actual comms because he just complained about the plate carrier the whole time. He's a super good dude too. So I talk to him now and again. And so that's good on Sunday. And yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to try and do that next weekend. I'm going to try and do that placard that I showed you. I don't know, Joe, unless you want to take Sunday, usually we try to trade off. I don't know if you have some plan, but we're going to try and get some stuff out.
I don't.
Everything.
I don't. I got some good footage after I un-effed my PSA gun. I need to do something with that, but no, I don't have anything planned.
Cool.
And Jason is out there surviving. He thinks about you guys. He appreciates the support. He's still working on life. So he's still out there.
We still love him.
Yeah.
Did you see that? I saw that comment. That's the Olight. Yeah, that's make your Olight face.
Jersey, what's up, man?
Dude, I want to hate Olight, but I can't.
Oh, look at Jersey. He says, people do hate Olight, but I can't either. They all work.
Hey, Jersey, just one thing. We appreciate you coming to the live thing, but you can still watch the videos. They'll be on our YouTube. And if you still got questions, man, you can either hit us up in the comment section or you can send us an email. But we understand we don't want to keep you up late every Thursday night, but we also go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say we also have, we try to do our personal lives on the weekends and do videos and stuff like that. So,
and I'm working weekends. So
Yeah.
if we did it on the weekend, then
Joe would.
you get one person.
Yeah.
Probably.
And I'd be tired.
Yeah.
I'd
One
be
thing,
grumpy.
Cody, there's one comment I just want to say. The guy was asking. Oh, sorry, same one. Yep, sorry, I was trying to bring it up. We're Outlaw. I don't think we met him yet. So Outlaw. So Primary Arms Cyclops Gen 2 review. You talk about the 1X Prism. I do have that. It's really good. It's really awesome. I would probably say it's one of my number one red dots. But I'm going to tell you right now that optic sells itself. So honestly, watch the other reviews on it. I think it's really good. They're going to catch up. I will do one, but the optics I'm going to do is kind of for hunting. Since we're going to be getting into hunting season, I'm going to go towards that angle. But then I'll show that one. But it is really good if you're on the fence about it, or if you like prisms. It's a really good one. I will say if you don't have astigmatisms, you could get a prism, but otherwise, I think the Holosun 503G is just as good. Those are my two favorites right now: the Gen 2 with the ACSS or the 503G with ACSS. But why would you get a prism if you don't have an astigmatism? Don't have to. I probably wouldn't. So, yeah.
What else we got? Work.
So it sounds like everybody else is getting Jersey back on track here.
Get your priorities straight.
So look, he put chat greater than work. We appreciate it, boys. Again, thank you guys for coming out on Thursdays and staying up late with us. We appreciate it. This is our opportunity to talk with you guys one-on-one, talk about our videos, but also go off the rails, answer any questions you guys have. But this is what we like to do. We like to interact with you guys as much as possible. So appreciate you guys coming out this week. We'll do it again next week. Hopefully we'll have the full crew. Maybe we can get Jason back in the mix. But again, take care of your family. Take care of yourself. Be safe. And we'll see you next week. Have a good one.
Later, everyone.